A magnificent fire phoenix, through a twist of fate, was captured by humans. Once stripped of its fiery protection, it became as ordinary as a common chicken wandering the barnyard. Overcome with despair, it shed burning tears that seared a large hole through a human's shoe. Instead of anger, the captor's heart softened instantly. He couldn't bear to see the creature in distress. With a swift motion, he released the phoenix from its chains, setting it free. The fire phoenix rose slowly, its body engulfed in a dazzling blaze of flames. Unrestrained, it seemed to be reborn from the ashes, spreading its wings and soaring into the sky with effortless grace. As a token of gratitude, it left behind a single, scorching feather, which the man could use as proof of his encounter. However, upon his return, the man was immediately seized by the king. Since he hadn't completed the royal command, he was sentenced to death. Desperate to prove he'd befriended the phoenix, he presented the feather, only to find it had lost its fiery glow and now looked dull and lifeless. The king, unmoved by his pleas, ordered the execution without hesitation. At the critical moment, the feather suddenly burst into flames, and a fiery glow illuminated the distant sky. The phoenix, sensing the man's danger, returned. It circled above the royal city and landed on the top of a tower. The sight of the mythical bird sent the crowd into raptures, and the man was hailed as a hero. Seizing the opportunity, the shrewd king rushed to promote the man, eager to appear as a wise and just ruler to his subjects. But beneath this false show of generosity, the king seethed with resentment, believing that he alone deserved the people's adoration. To eliminate this threat, the king issued another daunting task. He commanded the man to journey to the frozen north, where an ice castle stood. Inside lived a princess of unparalleled beauty. The king demanded that the man bring her back to be his queen. Left with no choice, the man embarked on his perilous journey. When he reached the castle, he found no guards at the entrance, but as he tried to enter, he was blocked by a magical ice wall. Just when all hope seemed lost, the phoenix's feather flew out on its own, piercing the wall. The ice shattered, and a wave of water carried the man's horse down the mountain, leaving it stuck on a cliff. Undeterred, the man entered the castle and found the princess asleep. He explained the king's proposal, but the perceptive princess saw through his lie. She'd rather die than marry a stranger. She only wanted the man who would wake her. Without a word, she jumped off a cliff. The man followed without hesitation. Impressed by his bravery, the princess was sure he was her true love. She used her dress as a parachute, but a tear in it sent them falling rapidly. Luckily, the horse, now with wings, swooped in and saved them. Back in the royal city, the king was delighted at first to see the princess. But as he noticed the man's growing popularity, his jealousy flared. Driven by his petty nature, the king gave the man an impossible mission, hoping to finally be rid of his rival.